Your toddler just bit someone, or hit. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was another child at the park. And you did what any loving parent does. You rushed over. You raised your voice. You said, "No, we do not bite." And maybe it worked for about a week. And then they did it again. Here's the part nobody tells you. That big reaction you had, to your toddler's brain, that may not be a punishment. It could be a reward. I know how that sounds. Stay with me. Because once you understand what's really happening in that little brain, everything about biting and hitting starts to make sense. And no, this does not mean your child is bad. It does not mean you're failing as a parent. This is one of the most normal things a toddler can do. So let's start with the why. Because if you get this part wrong, nothing else will work. Your toddler has a set of really big feelings: anger, frustration, excitement, packed into a body that barely has the words to express them. Think about that. You feel furious, but you can't say, "I'm angry." You just want that toy back, but you don't know how to say, "That's mine." So what comes out instead? Teeth, hands. It's not cruelty, it's communication. The only kind they've got right now. And there's a second piece, deeper in the brain. The part that puts on the brakes, that stops you before you do something you shouldn't, is called the prefrontal cortex. In a toddler, that brake is barely built. It is one of the very last parts of the brain to fully grow up. So your child can genuinely know that biting is wrong, and still not be able to stop themselves in the heat of the moment. Knowing and doing are two completely different skills. The American Academy of Pediatrics says it plainly. Young children simply don't yet have the self-control to express anger peacefully. The biting isn't a character flaw, it's a stage. And here's the good news buried in all this. Most kids grow out of it by around age 3 or 4, as their words catch up. Okay, so now you know why. Let's talk about why your reaction can make it worse. Because this is where most of us, with the best intentions, get it backwards. There are 3 things we do without thinking. Let's take them one at a time. Number 1, the big, dramatic reaction. Racing across the room, the gasp, the loud "no," the giant, worried face. Here's the problem. To a toddler, attention is attention. They do not sort it into good and bad the way you do. A huge reaction from the most important person in their world? That can actually be exciting. It can be the most interesting thing that's happened all afternoon. So, without meaning to, you just taught them. Biting makes the big show happen. Do it again. Number 2, lecturing in the heat of the moment. The long explanation. We don't bite because it hurts our friends, and how would you feel if... In that moment, your child's emotional alarm is blaring, and when that alarm is going off, the thinking, reasoning part of the brain goes offline. You are delivering a beautiful speech to a brain that literally cannot receive it right now. The words just bounce off. Save them for later. Number 3, and this is the big one, punishment. Biting them back so they know how it feels. Hitting back. Please don't. The research here is not subtle. The American Academy of Pediatrics is clear that physical punishment doesn't teach the lesson we think it does. It only stops the behavior while you're watching. And it shows your child one very clear thing. When you're upset, hurting someone is how you solve it. That's the exact opposite of what you're trying to teach. So, if the big reaction backfires, what do you do instead? Here is the calm response in 4 steps. This is the part to remember. Step 1. Get calm and get low. Before you say a single word, take 1 breath and drop down to your child's eye level. Why low? Because a big adult towering over a small upset child can feel scary. It can push them further into fight or flight. Down at their level, you're safe, you're with them. Step 2. Keep it small. Calm voice, neutral face. Very few gestures. Remember, you are deliberately not giving the big, dramatic show. You're keeping the whole thing quiet and low-key. on purpose. Step 3. Name the feeling, then draw the line. Short and clear. Something like, "You're angry that Mia took your toy." It's okay to be angry. It is not okay to bite. See the shape of that? You let the feeling be okay. The feeling is never the problem, but the action has a firm, clear limit. Feelings welcome. Biting. No. Step 4. Shift your attention to the child who got hurt. This is the step that changes everything. Turn to the child who was bitten. Comfort them. "Are you okay? That hurt, didn't it? Let's check on you." Do you see what just happened? All the attention, the warmth, the care, went to the other child, not the biter. Calmly and without a lecture, your child learns the thing that actually sticks. Biting does not get me attention. It does not get me the toy. It does not work. Now, I have to be honest with you about something, or you'll give up too soon. The first time you do this, it might not work. The 5th time, it might not look like it's working either. That's not a sign you're doing it wrong. That's just how a toddler's brain learns, through repetition. Lots of it. Every single time you stay calm, name the feeling, and move your attention away, you're laying down one more brick. One calm response at a time. And here's what makes or breaks it. Consistency. Not just you, everyone. The same calm response at home, at grandma's, at daycare. Pick the calm response. Every time, and slowly, as their words grow in and that little brain builds its brakes, the biting fades. It really does. So let's bring it all together. Your toddler bites and hits not because something is wrong with them, but because their feelings are big, their words are few, and their brain's brakes are still being built. The big reaction feels right, but it hands them attention, the very thing they're after. So you go small instead, calm, low. You name the feeling, you hold the limit, and you turn your care toward the child who got hurt. And you do it again and again until it sticks. And on the hard days, the ones where they bit 3 times before lunch, I want you to remember this. A child who bites is not a bad child, and a parent who's still trying is not a failing parent. You're teaching a person, one calm, patient moment at a time. If this helped you see your little one a little differently today, hit subscribe. We explain things your baby is doing.